First things first, we need to make and come up with a name for our product in our store. At this point, you guys are probably sick of me saying branded or the branded feel of your store, but your name actually ties into this massively. Without a name, you have no brand, and without a brand, you can't have a one product branded website like the good examples we went through in the overview. So for reference, in this entire tutorial, I'm gonna be building the website around this product right here, which if some of you know me before watching this course, you might remember the multiple YouTube videos I've posted about it where I was actually dropshipping it and found success. But since I want to do this all from scratch with you, I'm going to be creating a brand new name, making new logos, new everything. So when it comes to naming, you wouldn't just name this the folding duffel bag. It would be something like the examples I've seen others do, such as my carry-all, logo folding duffel bag, travel flex bag, and more. And the best place to get a name like this is another AI tool I found and have been using for a while called Namelix. What you do is add keywords right here. So I'm going to put luxury folding duffel bag, click generate, select brandable names, next, medium randomness, next, and generate, which then gives us tons of options to choose from. Personally, I look for one word names so that the product title could be something like Duflux folding duffel bag. So I'm just gonna scroll through here and try to find a name that I think fits the overall vibe of this bag and maybe a luxury feel. Trevello folding duffel bag. Yeah, I like that. So I went ahead and picked out Trevello as it honestly sounds like a suitcase or a luggage company, but it's also kind of a play on the word travel, which obviously fits it really well. But because we have a name picked out, we can go ahead and close the Namelix tab, and we're gonna wanna come back over to Shopify. And if you close the Shopify tab from earlier, just search up Shopify login and sign back in with the email you used when we created this store with AI. But if you've been following every step up to this point, you should find yourself back on the Shopify homepage. Right now, it says My Store as the name of our website and store, but obviously now since we have a name picked out, we want to change that. So you're going to come to the bottom left corner of your screen here and click on settings. This will bring us to the general tab, and right here under store details, you want to click this little pencil icon, and under store name, type in the new name you came up with. So for me, I will put Trevello folding bags. And click save. Now that your store is named, we're just gonna click this X right here in the top right and then come over to the products tab on the left side. As you'll see, there are the 10 preloaded products on here, but since we're gonna be creating a one product store with likely a different product that you picked out or found on your own, what we're gonna do is just select all of these, click the three dots and click delete products. Delete. We likely have to click refresh here, and they are all gone. This is perfect as we now have a blank store where we can add in our product, add in our photos, descriptions, everything. Go ahead and click the add product button right here in the middle of your screen. You will land right here, which is where we're gonna be bringing this product to life. So let's start from the start and give it a name. To give off the branded feel I have talked so much about, we want to include the name we just came up with in our title. So for me, this will be the Trevello folding duffel bag. You can also do variants of this such as original Trevello folding duffel bag, just Trevello folding duffel bag, as long as it flows nicely. One of the biggest competitors for this product is called My Carry All. So when I go on their website, you can see that their product's name is just their brand's name, which technically can work in some cases as I could have just had this say the Trevello. This is all personal preference and you really don't have to stress about it because again, as long as it flows nicely and sounds professional, you'll be good. But when it comes to really customizing this, media or our photos is the first step. The reason that photos are so important is because it's the first thing customers see when they land on your website. And what we're looking for are clean, high quality photos with mostly all white backgrounds. If your product needs to be demonstrated with a different color background, it's completely fine. But I just typically use a clean white background as it puts the focus on the product and doesn't distract them. And the photos are one thing a lot of beginner dropshippers mess up because one, it's not exciting, and two, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But you just have to put yourself in the shoes of a customer and think about how you'd feel if you came on a website to buy a product and the photos were all blurry and showing a ton of random graphics. All the red flags will be going off saying it's a scam. So the first place we can look is just a simple Google search. So I'll put in folding travel duffel bag images. And it's gonna bring up a lot of different variants that aren't our actual product. but you kind of just have to skim through these and try to find ones that do. Like this one here is one of the models we're going to be selling, and a little hack to help you find all the other colors is to just go under this once you click into it, and they should have them here. So I'll click on the pink one, and now I have a ton of photos of the pink one. This black one, there it is. So you can just kind of keep going through this cycle, finding all the best photos for each different color, if your product has different colors. On top of that, Amazon is a good place to find photos. So again, I'll just search up folding duffel bag. And the first result here is one of the biggest brands selling this. So as long as these photos aren't branded to their name and their specific product, typically it's okay to take these and use them for your own store. And another big one, even though I won't go through it right now, is just going on your competitor's website. Because odds are they're a dropshipper and they already did the work of going through Google or Amazon or other competitors' websites, so you can just usually grab theirs. Again, as long as it's not branded to their name. So before filming, I saved some photos here myself so that we can all save time. They all have white backgrounds and simply show off the bag and all its different colors and variants, along with two of them showing off the sizing and all the different features and pockets. And one thing you might notice is that they're all this same square shape, which doesn't always happen when you download random photos from different websites or Google. So to do this, what I did was open up the website called Canva, signed up, clicked create a design, logo, and simply just added and adjusted the photo sizing here. For example, maybe this is the photo I would want to use of the pink bag, so I would just copy this, come over to Canva, paste it in, size it up, crop these out of it so it's just the bag, and then just finish up the sizing so it fits the full screen. It's a really simple process and you really don't have to overcomplicate it. I'm just trying to get across the point that you want them to be simple, clean, and to the point. Like if I come back over here, a photo like this is something you'd want to stay away from, with just random text, all the different options. This one I typically wouldn't choose. I just think there's too much going on and it doesn't give off the vibe that this is your brand. You would never see a photo like this on a luxury brand. Again, stay away from stuff like this, and just try to have your product in the center. Very simple. And then like I did, if there's certain features you want to show off, let me just add these in here. Like the different pockets or the sizing, it's okay to add those in. But as you'll see, as I reorganize these, those photos with all the cluttered stuff will be at the very end after they see all the high quality photos of the different colors. So whatever you would assume the most popular color is, which I know from personal experience selling this product that it was the brown one, should be your main cover photo. So from what I saw selling it, it went brown, black, pink, and then these ones were kind of around the same, so I could switch this order however. And then again, the bulky, more descriptive photos at the very end. So now that the photos are figured out, just go ahead and click save, and now it's time for us to build out and write our description. So there's a certain style I like to use for the description that really practices what I was talking about earlier about showing and not telling. So I'm just gonna map it out here by going heading 2 for the bold text claim at the top. Then it will be a short description here backing up whatever you said in that bold text claim. And then under this is where you will insert your GIF showing off the product or potentially showing off the feature that you said in your bold text claim and in the short description, which will make more sense when you see me write this out. But what I do typically for all my product descriptions is just repeat this 3 to 4 times. So I'm just gonna paste this in as a little roadmap for us to fill out. So now that you have the skeleton of your product description, we need to figure out what you're actually gonna write in there. Now, you might have some ideas yourself, but there's 2 main ways I go about getting ideas and inspiration for what I wanna write. The first being, again, just going on your competitors' websites. So I'll go to My Carry All, Shop Now, and let's see how they have their description laid out. Looks like bold text here, little description, photo, bold text here, description, GIF here, which is good. Bold text, description, and then some reviews. As you can see, this is very similar to what I just mapped out for you because this is really the method a lot of dropshippers use. But for them at least, I would recommend using more GIFs than just this one right here. Because most people don't really care to see a close-up of the zipper or them holding it when they could just go over to the product photos and see that same photo right here. So they said, make traveling simple, tired of trying to fit all your loose belongings in the suitcase. Well, those days are over. So they're talking about how you can travel and organize fashion and bring everything you need. Small packs a punch, They're just talking about how much storage it has. And then, yeah, the same thing about how much storage it has, how it'll last 2 days or 2 weeks. There's a ton of room. I'll definitely include similar things to that, but it's not fully what I'm looking for. So what I'm gonna do to get some more ideas is head to ChatGPT and see what AI can do for us. Sign up, continue with Google. So now that I'm in ChatGPT, I can just ask it to write me a product description for a folding duffel bag that holds a lot of items. See what it says. So what you'll see a lot of beginners do is just take this bulky text right here, copy it into their description, and call it a day. They won't split it up with bold text claims and descriptions, and they won't add any GIFs. They'll just put this. The problem with this is most people coming on your website would never even read all of this because you'd rather show them with your GIFs instead of tell them. Although you do still have to tell them some things, which is why we're going to keep our description short. But what I'm trying to get at is just ways you can find inspiration for your product description. What I'll do is read through this and potentially find any selling points like cost saving. Built to last, I'll probably mention that. Maybe stylish and functional, but that's kind of self-explanatory as people can see that from your photos. All right, so coming back over to Shopify, I already do have a few ideas in mind because like I said, I've sold this product before. And I think the main reason that someone buys this product is for the amount of money it saves them not having to check a bag. So for the bold text claim, I'm gonna say something like saves you money after one use. Then in my short description, I will likely explain this, which I'm about to do right now. So I'll cut to when I have this all finished and read it out, explain it to you. So I wrote, on average, airline companies charge customers $50 to $100 to check a bag. With Travello, you can fit the same amount of items as a large suitcase in carry-on size. And since I know I'm gonna be able to sell this product for around $60, $65, this kind of makes it a no-brainer for customers as it does work in carry-on size. And airlines do really charge $50 to $100 to check a bag sometimes. So they'll see how cool the bag is, and now they'll see even more of a reason why they need it because it's gonna end up saving them money. So that price I'm charging becomes less of a problem. Again, I'm gonna pause it here and just fill in these other two. So I put highest quality zippers and leather and just explain that they will last a lifetime, high quality zippers, nothing will split, which you can pause and read this fully if you want. And then most versatile bag on the market, saying if it's just a weekend trip or a 10-day adventure, Travello bag has your back. Pack freely without leaving any outfits you can't usually fit behind, which is a problem a lot of people do want solved when they're packing for a trip. All I tried to do in mainly all three of these was just try to call out a certain problem that people may have, checking a bag, not being able to fit items, and then explain how my product can solve this for them if they purchase it. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. I will come back to the gifts in a second, but let's move down to pricing. The number you price your product at really depends on how much you can get it for from your supplier. And if you remember, our supplier is AutoDS, which is the website we signed up for earlier. After this website chapter, I'll be showing you all the ins and outs of AutoDS, how to work the platform, get quotes for products, see orders, send orders, everything. But in this stage, we just want to get an idea or estimate of how much the product will cost by looking online. The main website you want to go to is called AliExpress. AliExpress is basically an online marketplace like Amazon, but the products you see on there are mainly from China with low prices as they're typically coming directly from the manufacturers who make them. And these low prices are usually around the same range AutoDS will quote us for. So on AliExpress, I will simply just search up folding duffel bag and it should bring up tons of options, yeah, as we can see here. Some of them will be random, but a lot of them will also match your actual product, like this one right here for $20, $28, $28, $23, any more down here. $28, $35. So I expect to be able to source this product for $20 to $30. The two other things we should check before settling on a price are Amazon and again our competitors' websites to see what they're selling it for at retail price. So I'll do the same thing here and search it on Amazon. And again, this is one of the biggest brands who makes this product, the one I pulled up when we were looking for photos. And as we can see, depending on the model, they're selling it for $45 to $55. And My Carryall, the other competitor, has it for $60. So what you want to aim for is about a 2 to 3x margin, meaning if I can buy it for around $25, I want to sell it for around $50 to $75. To be safe, I'm just going to go ahead and price this at $59.99. And then down the line, once I actually know what AutoDS can source it for, I can either raise or lower this whenever. Every product has different margins and different prices, but as long as you stay around that 2 to 3x and have it for around the same price others are selling it for, you will be golden. And for the compare at price right here, you want to make this be whatever sale you are running. Some people like to make this very high, but to me that just becomes unbelievable for the customer. And I typically like to set it around $10 to $20 higher than what I'm selling it for. So for this example, I'll just put $79.99. Keep this checked, we don't have to fill this out, and you want to uncheck this track quantity box right here. Shipping, we don't have to figure out as AutoDS will be doing that for us, but the variants we do have to configure. Coming back up to the photos, you will see I have 5 different color options, meaning I have to make 5 different variants. Your product could have none, it might have even more, maybe shoe sizes, clothing sizes, but it's all going to be added in the same if you have any. So I'm going to click this plus right here and do create custom option. The option name will be color. We're going to start with brown, black, pink. I'd probably say this is black plus brown, and this is white. So black plus brown, white plus brown. Done. So now, as you can see, there are 5 different purchasing options here for the customers. And lastly, what we're going to do for the variants is just match all these to their photos. So the brown, I'll pick the brown, black, pink, black plus brown, and white plus brown. Click save. Oh, and one thing to keep in mind is that the order of these variants will be the order that people see them on your website. So like I said, the best seller for me was the brown, and I wanted that to be the cover image, so that's why I had the brown as my top variant. So everything is about done on the product page, and all we have to do is add in the GIFs. So I'm gonna cut to a future recording of myself showing how to film, edit, and set up the GIFs on this page. So GIFs are a massive part to the look of your store, and the reason they matter so much is because people don't just want to read text, but actually see whatever you are claiming in that text in action. It's the whole idea of showing and not telling, and it's important to remember that people will be coming from our video advertisements to the website, so they're gonna want to see more video footage of it. I wouldn't talk about and show the high quality leather in my videos because that's boring, but it is something I want to be showing on my website. Or if you were selling some sort of electronic device, you would want to show how it charges and the battery life in your GIFs and not your videos. Now, I always think it's best to film the GIFs yourself by having the product on hand so you can accurately demonstrate the things you want to show. But sometimes you won't have it yourself, and in that case, you can just pull videos that other people are posting on the internet and edit them into your own GIF form. Or, which is not the most ethical, you can just search your product's name, GIFs, and find some like this online to borrow. So for the bag, the first GIF I want to have here will just be an overall clip of it being packed up and used. In the second one, I want to show the zippers, leather, and colors in some sort of way. And then the last one, probably just show it being packed up with a ton of stuff in it, which is pretty simple. I'm just reading whatever I have in my text and demonstrating it. So again, it's best if you can film them yourself. But if I didn't have the product on hand, I would just start searching on TikTok like this to find the best clips of it. Then copy the link, bring it to a TikTok downloader like this one, Snaptic, download it with HD, and in a second I'll show you how to edit them. And if you plan to order your product for the advertising later on, you can just wait and keep it as insert GIF here until you have it, and then just come back to this part and make your own. But the key components are to make it quick and crop the video into square form. So what this is of, it doesn't matter, but I'm just gonna take a blank video right here. Then in photos, I'm gonna crop it into the square shape, just about like that. Done. Now I'm going to open up CapCut, then we're going to click on Start New Project and add this blank video we just made as the very first clip. What this does is give the CapCut layout a square shape that we could then crop all of our other videos to match. So scroll over, gonna delete this, and now we're gonna add in all the clips we have of the bag, whether you took them yourself or you got them from the internet. All right, so I got the 3 clips added, and like I said, this GIF is gonna be about the zippers and the leather. So I just took some quick videos showing the leather, showing the zippers. So now we can chop it up and
we can actually get rid of this clip now because we still have that square, and we basically just want to have every video fit this square because that's what's going to look best on our website instead of it being a super long vertical thing on our website taking up the whole page. You basically just want to have no blank space on your GIF, make it super quick, and show off what you're trying to show. So it's basically by just clicking split and like deleting all the other clips you want to get rid of. You can also drag this around. So I'm going to give you guys a time lapse and I'll show you it when it's done so you can use it as a reference. The other ones are going to obviously show much more of it being packed, and for zippers and leather, there's really not too much you can show, but this is basically how it's going to look. And with a GIF, what it does is just repeat over and over on your website. So even though this is super short, it won't be on the website as they can just keep watching it. So now I'm going to download it and send it over to my computer where I'll show you guys how to turn it into a GIF.
I use this free website right here called Giphy, which you can just create an account right here if you don't have one. But basically, once you have an account all set up, you can just click upload and then choose a file, and we're going to select the one we just made on our phone. And as you can see, it's going to give us a preview of it where we can trim it if you want, but that's already what we did in CapCut. So click continue to upload and then upload to Giphy. Once it's done uploading, I'll update you guys. All right, so now we can see the animated GIF right here, and we're going to click share, copy GIF link, then come back over to Shopify, and what we're going to do is just make a space under our description right here and paste it in. So I'm going to repeat this process for all three of them and update you guys when I'm done. All right, cool. So as you can see, all three GIFs are added right here under all three of our layers of the description. So this first one, like I said earlier, is just me packing it up with a ton of stuff in it. This is usually what my videos and advertisements look like for this product. So I just turned it into GIF form. Then coming down, you can see the one we made together of highest quality zippers and leather. And you can also see how it's repeating right here in that GIF form. And then lastly on this one, I showed the different colors. I showed what it looks like with wheels, and then just me unpacking it. And it'll look even better once we're previewing the website, but I'm sure you can see how much this actually would help. People can visualize what you're saying and see every single part of the bag. So now that you know how to make the GIFs, let's go back to Past Me and I'll show you how to do everything else. So for this one, saving money after one use, I just showed the full process of packing up the bag and showing how much stuff can actually fit in here. Then highest quality zippers and leather, I obviously showed off the zippers and the leather. And then for most versatile bag on the market, I just show myself unpacking it and also using the wheels that come attached to it. Here, I'll just let this play out so you can see, and then I showed the two different colors there. So the product page is done, and to me, I believe this is the hardest part when it comes to customizing your website, because there's a lot more design and thinking you have to do for the photos and product description. But now we just have to change some last settings, make a logo, adjust colors, and we'll be ready to go. Be sure to save your entire product page, and then we can click this little arrow out. As you can see, we now have our product here and it's the only one on the store. But right now we want to come back to the bottom left corner of our screen and open up settings. The general tab we already filled out, so there is no more we have to do on this page. Plan, we already picked a plan earlier, the $1 a month. Payments, what we want to do is first turn off PayPal, because PayPal isn't a fan of dropshipping and a lot of times they'll hold your money for extended periods of time. But I know for some of you, this might be one of your only options if Shopify payments isn't available where you live. So it's still worth using if that's the only thing you can. Or you can click add payment method and search through all the other ones that they have on there. But for most people, like myself, what I'll be doing is activating Shopify payments. This is how the money is going to go from the customer. They pay on our Shopify store, and then this will get automatically sent to your bank account. So let's click activate Shopify payments. It's saying that I first need to verify the email that I signed up for the store with. So I will go ahead and do this. Just verified it, so I'm going to refresh this and click submit details. I'm running my store as an individual, and obviously I can't fill this out with you guys. So I'm just gonna fill this all out myself and then touch on any pieces that I think might get confusing for you guys. And you should go ahead and fill this out right now. So I filled out all my personal information here, which is blurred, and I'm just gonna click next. For industry type, I'm just gonna select retail, and then you can scroll through here and try to find the certain category that's related to your product. I personally can't find mine, so I'm just gonna say other merchandise, and then explain right here in just a quick sentence what I sell. That's literally all you have to put. This is what will show in the customer's bank statement, so just have this be your store's name and then click next. And we're just gonna confirm everything here. Confirm, confirm, submit for verification. Then lastly, for payments, we just have to turn on two-step authorization. It's gonna make me re-log into Shopify here. Continue. And it'll give you a few options here. You can do something like your fingerprint on your laptop, SMS so you can get a text message, authenticator app, which they say is recommended. But I'm just gonna do SMS delivery. Throw in my phone number here, send code. Just got it on my phone and I'm just gonna put it in here and click turn on. Download these codes, and what this is gonna do is really just keep your Shopify store safe from anyone trying to hack you or log into your account. As we can see, customers can now pay with Shopify payments because it looks like we got approved, and pretty much all of you guys should as well. But if you ran into any roadblocks when setting up your Shopify payments, I'll probably answer them here, right here on the screen, so you can pause it if you want. I have them written down in my notes and I will add them in when I'm editing this video. So now that we have payments set up, let's head to checkout. We can leave this for now as we'll be adjusting it later. Customer contact method, phone number, email. Link to checkout with shop, yes. Want to make this say require first and last name. Marketing options like email or SMS is something we'll be doing later at the very end of this course. And the rest of this is good, so just click save. Now the next setting we have to adjust is shipping and delivery, which is very important. So it's automatically going to set up these rates for us. As you will see, there's international ones and then domestic ones for me in the United States. But one thing you always want to do is have your shipping be free. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all of these here. Click add rate, flat rate, custom rate name, priority insured shipping, and make it free. Now for international, we're going to delete these two here, add rate, custom, same thing, priority insured shipping. Done. Now that these are both set up as free, we can just click save. And we will be checking this when we actually set up our checkout page to be sure these rates are working. Taxes and duties, you will see certain errors or messages here if there's anything you have to comply with or set up. But for right now, since our store is brand new, we're all good. The next setting we need to do is domains. I personally recommend that you do buy a domain for your store and for your product. But I also know that not everyone has the same budget. So let's say you can't spend the $15 to buy a domain. What you're gonna do is just change to a new myshopify.com domain. So let's just make this Trevello bags. It's already taken. Trevello duffel bags. And add domain. The issue with this .myshopify.com domain is that most people can kind of see through that and see that you're dropshipping it. You wouldn't see true brands and the biggest companies use a .myshopify.com domain. They would have a clean TrevelloDuffelbags.com or Trevello.com. This is another thing that just adds to that branded feel and increases the trust customers feel when they go on your website or search it up. So if you're able to, again, I highly recommend you do buy a new domain, which is what I'm gonna be doing right now. I'm surprised a lot of these domains are taken, but it's all right, we'll find one that works. Trevello's taken. Trevello folding bags, taken. Trevello duffel bags. This one is available and I do like this, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy this. But there's also things you can do like shoptrevellobags.com. You can always put shop or buy before your name. But I don't really like doing that unless I really need to if there's no other names I could get. So I'm gonna go with TrevelloDuffelbags.com and purchase this by domain. So now it wants me to verify my email to finish registration. So you just have to open up this email here and click this link to where you just approve the sale of your thing and verify your information. And now coming back to Shopify, if I refresh this, it hasn't updated, but it will. So just follow everything Shopify tells you to do for your domain, and then eventually it will get rid of the SSL pending and the verifying, and you will be ready to go where you can just type in your domain anywhere and your website will come up. But once this refreshes, I'll update you guys on that later once we're fully done with the website, and I'll be searching it up myself. And typically after domains, the last setting we would have to do would be policies. But since we set up the store with the AI, there's no work we have to do on this for now. And really this is around a 20 to 30 minute process process setting up all these legal pages like shipping policy, terms of service, and the ones I showed earlier of track your order. But now they've all been done for us, which is very nice, as we can basically skip ahead forward and start customizing our website and not have to worry about all this stuff, which is very confusing without the AI. So I'm gonna come back to the homepage. And now that we got the pages, payments, and our product set up, it's time to actually start designing the look of our website that customers will see once they come on. So let's start by designing a logo.